Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video all about moving in with my boyfriend. I'm going to be answering some questions that I had from Instagram stories. I did go ahead and ask you guys to leave me some questions, and a lot of you did DM me. So if you ever want to be included in my videos or just chat with me and catch up on my life, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Will be linked below, but it's just Megan Parken. So first, I do want to mention that I've been loving Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina to move here with my boyfriend, and I've really been enjoying the city. I was definitely a little nervous about leaving behind my family and just being in Texas and being from Texas and not ever permanently living anywhere other than Texas. It definitely was a bit of a change, but I have to say I've met so many really fun, nice girls. I've also really clicked with all the other girlfriends and wives of the players on my boyfriend's hockey team who also are living here supporting their boyfriends and husbands as well, and I think that has been really special. I definitely think that, through making these videos and just being very all about girl empowerment and girls really banding together and really uplifting each other and supporting one another instead of kind of going against each other. That's definitely something that's always been kind of my mission and my motivation. But I do know in life sometimes girls can be cliquey, or it can be hard to find girls that you really genuinely find as friends and you mesh well and feel like you get along. And I feel like I'm so lucky that the group of girls that I've been able to meet here have been so welcoming, so helpful, and just have really made the whole transition of me moving here that much more easy, because I feel like I have a little family here with the whole hockey community and the little hockey family. And on that same note, I've had so many fun girls reach out to me on Instagram DMs about meeting up in Charlotte, girls that are from here or that are around the city, and I do have to say thank you so much to those of you who have reached out to me. I have met up with some of you, and I'm trying to get back to everyone that has messaged me. It's going to take me a little bit of time, but I promise you I will get back to you guys. And I would really love to do like some sort of meetup or something where all the girls could come together and meet, because I've just been so blown away by all the support and just all the kindness so many of you have shown me. So I do want to touch on that a little bit before I get into the whole video. So the first thing I do want to talk about is about budgeting, food, cooking, all that kind of stuff, because when moving in with a boyfriend, that is a big part of it. At least it is for my personal relationship. Like I've mentioned before, my boyfriend does play hockey professionally, so he has to eat a lot, he has to eat healthy, and he also has to cook. We really don't want to be eating out all the time, or kind of the hassle of going to the grocery store can actually be kind of overwhelming. It can be very costly, and also it can just be kind of stressful to add that into your day-to-day life, just having to come up with things to make, all the ingredients, all the steps to follow. So I've actually teamed up with HelloFresh for this video, which I'm so excited about, and they are actually doing an amazing offer for my viewers, which is $30 off your first week of deliveries when you go to HelloFresh.com and use my code, which is MeganParkin30. So if you don't know what HelloFresh is, I'm about to blow your mind. Basically, they have chef-curated meals that are delivered straight to your door with all the ingredients you need to create them. So it's really simple and easy. It's very convenient. It really takes all the guesswork out of cooking, and it makes it really enjoyable. I do think that cooking with a boyfriend or a significant other, or even like your roommates or your family members, is a really fun task to do. And I feel like sometimes cooking gets a bad rap as being something that's hard to do, or it's costly, or it's just not very easy to follow. And HelloFresh really takes all the guesswork out of that. So they send you the meals in these pre-packaged boxes, and everything is labeled for you. It's really nice and organized. They do have different options. So they have a classic one that offers a variety of meat and fish. They also have a vegetarian option, so if you're not interested in meat, definitely check that one out. And a family one that's a bit of both that all families will love. And you can go through and you can pick which delivery date works for you. You can choose to skip a week if you don't like anything on the menu. But as you go through, you just see how fun and simple it is to actually create these meals. And the cool thing is that they actually are under $10 per meal, which is insane. You really can't beat that. I know with going to the grocery store, like I said, feeding a very large boy with me has just been really costly, and we've kind of done the math together, and it makes so much more sense to have HelloFresh come to us weekly, and then we have amazing meals that we can cook, and we get to learn new recipes. We get to kind of spend more time together in the kitchen doing something, and it's just super easy to follow. I also really enjoy that when you're done cooking the meals, the bags are actually labeled as like a trash bag, so everything that you use you can just put back in there and recycle it. All their packaging is recyclable, so they really do care about the environment as well, which I think is very important to a lot of people, and I'm glad that they take that one step further. As you guys have probably seen, they're really packaged really coolly, so you don't have to worry about anything coming like messed up or not staying fresh and cool. It's all insulated, and you're gonna love how it's packaged because it's so simple to assemble and just take it out and you're ready to go. So we did make 3 different meals this week, and I think our favorite one probably was probably the maple glazed chicken with the sweet potato mash and green beans. Something cool about this is I was not someone who liked sweet potatoes before we did this, and after we made these, I'm now a sweet potato lover, and I understand kind of the craze about them. Really, before I just didn't get it and I wasn't into it, but I think that's also something cool about HelloFresh is that it helps you get new recipes that maybe you wouldn't necessarily pick for yourself or you wouldn't seek out, and then once they're sent to you, you can try out something different and you might be pleasantly surprised by something that you not only have learned how to cook, but you actually like. You also won't spend all night in the kitchen because these recipes take only around 30 minutes and they are so easy the way that they're laid out. You actually have all the instructions on here with pictures as well, so you can see the way everything's supposed to look. They give you the nutritional info down here, the calories, the total cook time, the prep time, and then all the ingredients that are come in your prepackaged little bags. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and try out HelloFresh, I do have an amazing code for you, which is $30 off your first week of deliveries from HelloFresh.com using the code MEGANPARKEN30. And like I said, it's something that I'm going to continue to use with my boyfriend. We both really love it, and I do have to say he looks pretty good in that little apron that he has been wearing as we've been cooking. The next question I got was talking about now the fact that we live together, do we still make time for date night and do special things? Because if you're around someone almost 24/7, how do you still keep that fun, exciting part a part of your relationship? And we definitely still make it a very big point to do date night. We even do like date days, so it doesn't have to be going out at night. Like I said, his schedule is very demanding. They do have practice very early and games throughout the week, so he has to be well rested. We don't really go out late at night too often, although we have tried a few fun spots. We've gone to a few cool restaurants downtown, and we went out one night with the team and the wives and the girlfriends. That was really enjoyable. But so far we've gone to a comedy club, which was so fun and honestly a very underrated date. So many people I've talked to have never been to a comedy show for a date, and it is so enjoyable. So I highly recommend that if you haven't done that. We've also gone to the animal shelter and volunteered with all the puppies and kittens. And if you're in the Charlotte area or really just anywhere, make a chance to go out to the animal shelter just to play with them, but also to encourage people to adopt, because there are so many loving animals that need really good homes. So you guys should definitely check that out. And today our favorite date has probably been the drive-through safari zoo. So basically you drive your car through and you get food and you can feed these animals out of your car. Oh my gosh, that guy has huge horns. Look at those. Whoa. Right now, oh my gosh, look at what he's doing. Oh. He's hiding. Those things are so scary. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, feed him or something.
No, I can't. Oh no, please don't. No. Fuck that. I'm scared. I hate those things. They're very scary. They try to bite you and stuff. Oh, I love that one though.
I'm going, okay? Straight to it.
Hi, big guy. Oh, that's a big old cow. Oh, okay.
You want to open the door?
No, not really. No, I don't want to, actually. So far, the zoo safari is, it's a little intense.
There's too much ostrich here.
That was honestly such a fun time, but it was a little scary and intimidating because the ostrich, I don't know. Those things are insane, like super sneaky. They'll like hide behind your car and then like peek their head in, and they're really fast and they're very aggressive. So I have some footage I'm gonna roll for you guys of that. It was a super fun date, but those things kind of ruined it a little bit, but we had a great time nonetheless. And as you guys probably saw from my last video, we also like to go to the Charlotte Hornet basketball games. They're really fun, great atmosphere, and it's just a cool thing for us to do and kind of wind down and still have a little date night out, but do something enjoyable for the both of us. Like I said, I do think it's still important to keep that a part of your relationship even when you are living together. That doesn't mean that just because you get to hang out and chill on the couch every night, you shouldn't kind of put in that extra effort for date night. The next question I got is there anything that he does that annoys me now that we live together? Now honestly, before we moved in together, I was a little nervous about this just because I am someone who's pretty independent. I've always lived on my own, and I just wasn't sure if being around someone that often was going to be hard to do or was going to just be overwhelming. And I have to say, there's really nothing he does that's like super annoying besides the fact that he steals the blankets off of me literally every single night. He's 6'4", so he's very tall, and for some reason when he sleeps, he like tosses and turns and he pulls all the blankets down off me. So that's one thing that I would have to say is kind of annoying. But other than that, there's really nothing I would say annoys me. We get along really well. Our relationship is really healthy and strong, and we honestly are like best friends, but we happen to be in love. So I think it makes it that much more easy. And I do just have to say on that note, I've had so many of you reach out to me that said you've been watching me for years and you can just like see the genuine happiness that I exude mood when I'm with him and when I talk about him, and that means so much to me because I know that there are so many of you that I literally think of as like friends. I know that you guys know me, you know everything I've gone through, you know pretty much my whole life story and all my relationships, and for you guys to be able to witness this relationship and notice that it's a really great one and that I'm just really fulfilled and happy means the world to me, and that will never be lost on me ever. The next question is, how do you guys find time to do your own hobbies while living together? Is it ever hard or suffocating to be around someone that often? So this is a very big thing. Again, as I touched on before, I'm a very independent person. I do like my alone time, and that was something very kind of, I guess, delicate for me when moving in with him. I was worried that I would kind of lose that, or I wouldn't feel like I was able to kind of get away and do my own thing for some time, just as like watching YouTube videos or just like doing a face mask and chilling out and just having some time separated. And I have to say that while we do live in a 2-bedroom apartment, we have a bit of space, so that's really nice. I can always go into the other room that we use for like a second closet and an office, which is really helpful because we honestly both have a lot of shoes and clothes. But a lot of times we kind of do our own separate thing for at least 1 hour a night, and I think that's very healthy and very important in a relationship, especially if you live together. He likes to come play Fortnite just a little bit, which I'm sure if you have a boyfriend, you probably know of Fortnite. It's like all the craze right now. So he'll put on his headset, play Fortnite. I'll go in the other room, read a magazine, or I'll like do a face mask, or even take a bubble bath, or even call a friend on the phone and FaceTime a girlfriend. And I think keeping that separation while you're still together in the apartment, you're still together in the house, but you just do your own thing for a little bit is really healthy, and it's just something that I think has been very important for us and has actually worked really well for us. He does play the piano, so he's learning some songs on the piano for me, and I'm in the process of learning some French. So if I have any French-speaking viewers out there that want to help me out, definitely hit me up because I've really enjoyed it so far. It's a gorgeous language. His whole family speaks it, and I just want to be a part of that as well. And I know when I go to Montreal this summer, it would be very helpful to know a bit more French than I know. He has been teaching me a little bit, but I've taken it a step further, and I've been taking some online classes and stuff, and it's been really enjoyable. So we do find time to kind of do our own things, and I think that's just really a good recipe for a healthy, strong relationship. And the last question I'm going to answer is asking how to know when you should move in with your boyfriend. Now, I'm just going to give you the most honest answer for this. That is such a personal question that I cannot answer that for everyone. I can really only speak from my own personal experiences and life, and I have to say that, you know, life is unpredictable, twists and turns happen, things happen, you meet special people, you know, you go through these phases and just kind of you come to a point where you have to make these decisions, and I really can't talk about anyone else's relationship but my own, and I can only share what I've gone through and what works for me. And I just know that we were doing long distance for a bit, and it just made a lot more sense for us to actually be together. And I have to say, while it was kind of a big jump and I was very nervous about it, it's been a great decision and it's worked out really well. And if you're thinking about moving in with your significant other, my best advice would be to just take it slow, really kind of process that information, decide if it's what you want, and kind of start out by maybe like staying with them for an extended period of time. That is what we did for a while. I would come out and visit for a few days, which turned into a few weeks, and then turned into basically I was here all the time. So we decided to just get a place of our own, and that's kind of how that all happened. So that's it for today's video. Let me know if you have any more questions about moving in with a boyfriend. I can definitely do a little more in-depth video if you guys have any other specific questions you'd like me to answer. Again, make sure to check out HelloFresh.com to try out the meal service delivery. I think you guys will love it. And make sure to use my code MeganParken30 for $30 off your first week of deliveries. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!